I caught my boyfriend cheating and got the best revenge without saying a word. Hey Reddit. I've lurked here for years, but never thought I'd have a story worth sharing. Well, turns out I was just waiting for my entire relationship to implode. Before getting the material that this happened last year, and honestly, I'm still unpacking it. But I think I'm ready to let it out and maybe help someone else trust their gut. I met Jason at a friend's birthday dinner 2 years ago. He was charming, funny, handsome in that messy hair, perfect smile kind of way. We hit it off instantly. He was everything I thought I wanted at the time, emotionally open, attentive, and just the right amount of ambitious. He worked in design and freelance for big clients, so he made his own schedule. The beginning was perfect, that honeymoon stage where he texted good morning, showed up with takeout when I had a bad day, and made me laugh until I couldn't breathe. He met my friends, my parents, everyone loved him. He's a keeper, they'd all say, and I believed it. I really did, but somewhere around the 1-year mark, the cracks started to show. At first, it was small things he started pulling away, less frequent calls, last-minute cancellations, vague explanations about work stress. I tried to be understanding. Freelance life can be chaotic, right? Then came the defensiveness. I'd ask what he was doing that weekend and he'd respond like I was interrogating him. Why do you need to know every detail? He'd say, don't you trust me? That line became his favorite weapon. Don't you trust me? Looking back, it's ironic because I did. I trusted him more than I should have. I ignored the red flags because I didn't want to seem controlling. I convinced myself I was overthinking things. He stopped wanting to stay over. Claimed he was bad at sleeping next to people, even though he used to love crashing at my place. He also never let me come over to his apartment, always an excuse. It's messy, my roommate's annoying, I just need my space. Eventually, I stopped asking. The moment everything shifted was a random Tuesday night. He told me he was swamped with a client deadline and wouldn't be available all night. Totally fine, I had work to do too, but then I saw he was tagged in someone's Instagram story. It was a short video of him sitting on a rooftop with a group of people, laughing and drinking. He didn't notice the camera. It wasn't anything overtly suspicious, but he definitely wasn't working. I didn't say anything that night. I let it stew. The next morning, I casually asked how his late night working went. He gave some vague answer about revisions and feedback, and how exhausted he was, and I knew. I didn't have concrete proof, but I knew. So I made a plan. I decided to stop confronting and start observing. I pulled back. I stopped initiating texts. When he reached out, I was polite, but not eager. I stopped sharing details of my life. And when he lied, and I knew he was lying, I let him. No arguments, no drama. Just a smile and a nod. And I started watching. Eventually, patterns emerged. He'd disappear most weekends. He'd text less frequently, but suddenly get extra sweet afterward, like he was trying to reset the vibe. He'd say he was off-grid but somehow still be tagged in group posts. So I did what any rational person would do. I created a fake Instagram account. It wasn't catfishing. I didn't message him or lead him on. I just followed the breadcrumbs. I followed the girls who tagged him. I looked at their stories. I pieced together where he was and who he was with, and then I found her. Let's call her Emily. Emily was pretty, blonde, artsy, lots of pics of coffee shops, museums, and candles in dim lighting. I noticed she posted with him a lot, way more than any friend would. One pic had them sitting on a couch, her legs draped over his lap. Another had the caption, "Sundays are for us." That's when my stomach dropped. I scrolled further. Found pictures dating back at least 6 months. 6 months. They were together. Thought she was his girlfriend, just like I did. I took screenshots. Not because I planned to use them, but because I needed to validate that I wasn't insane. I still didn't confront him. I wanted to see how far he'd take it. That weekend, he asked if I wanted to come over his apartment, the one I'd never seen. I agreed. Quietly, calmly, I think part of me wanted closure. Or maybe I just wanted to see what kind of liar could look me in the eye. He picked me up, same smile, same charm. He acted like nothing was wrong. We got dinner, laughed. I almost forgot, for a second, that I was sitting across from someone who'd been betraying me for months. Then we went to his apartment. It was fine, nothing special. Messy, like he said, but clearly livable. Clearly not some dark secret. I noticed 2 coffee mugs in the sink, a women's scarf draped over the couch, a strand of long blonde hair on his pillow. I didn't say a word. The next morning, I told him I had errands to run and left early. He kissed me on the cheek and said, "You're the best, you know that." I nodded. Then I went home and blocked him on everything. I didn't give him a grand confrontation. No fiery text, no dramatic reveal, just silence. It took him 4 days to notice. He texted, called, left voicemails. "Hey, are you okay? Can we talk? I feel like something's wrong. Just tell me if you're mad." I didn't respond. Then came the guilt messages. "If this is about last weekend, I'm sorry I was weird. I've just had a lot on my mind." Still no response. Finally, about a week later, he sent one last text. "I get it now. You found out, didn't you? I didn't mean to hurt you. I never replied." A month later, I checked Emily's Instagram. They weren't together anymore. She had posted a cryptic story about trusting the wrong people and new beginnings. So I sent her a message. Not to start drama, just to tell her I knew what it felt like. She responded, and we ended up grabbing coffee. Turns out she was dating him officially and thought I was just a work friend. He had fed her a different set of lies, said he was tired of dating apps and wanted something real. Even gave her a key to his place. We both laughed. Then we cried. Then we laughed again. Now, a year later, Emily and I are actually friends. Sometimes you lose a guy and gain a girlfriend. Life is weird like that. My boyfriend of 2 years started acting shady. I discovered he'd been cheating on me for months with another girl. Instead of confronting him, I silently pulled away, let him keep lying, then blocked him and walked away without a word. He spiraled. She dumped him, and now she and I are friends.